Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Brandon and Julia's shocking decision leaves his parents devastated in 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after. Brandon and Julia have made a decision, and his parents are not happy about it on the next episode of 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after. The episode is called Mamma Mia! Here we go again. The synopsis is, Yara plans a winter getaway to renew friendships. Brandon and Julia make a major life decision to the dismay of Ron and Betty. Stacy and Florian arrive for Darcy and Georgie's Bulgarian anniversary party. Season 9 features 8 fan-favorite couples, Gino and Jasmine, Brandon and Julia, Tyga Lily and Adnan, Kara and Guillermo, Jovi and Yara, Elizabeth and Andre, Loren and Alexei, and Darcy and Georgie, navigating the next chapters of their marriages as the honeymoon phase wears off and real life sets in. Philo is a streaming service that offers more than 70 live channels and more than 70,000 titles on demand for $28 a month. Philo has a 7-day free trial. Channels include AMC, AMC Plus, A&E, MTV, BET, Discovery, VH1, Food Network, History, Nickelodeon, OWN, TLC, Lifetime, Hallmark, Paramount, and TV One. Add-on packages include EPIX, Stars and Movies, and more. Philo offers an unlimited 1-year DRV. What is DirecTV? DirecTV provides access to more than 100 channels, hundreds of on-demand titles, the ability to stream through 3 devices at once, and unlimited cloud DVR storage. Channels include ABC, HGTV, Hallmark, Bravo, BET, Discovery, Food Network, AMC Animal Planet, CMT, Comedy Central, FX, ID, Disney, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and PBS Kids. Subscription package prices start at $84.99 a month. The streaming service offers a 5-day free trial. What is Sling TV? Sling streaming service is $45.99 a month for the orange, 35 channels, or blue, 43 channels levels. Orange plus blue is $60.99 a month. Premium subscribers also can get a month of Showtime, Stars, and EPIX for free. Channels include CMT, Bravo, BET, Comedy Central, A&E, AMC Animal Planet, Discovery Plus, Hallmark, History, National Geographic, Lifetime, TLC, and USA. The tension that has been simmering for years between Brandon Gibbs, his wife Julia Trpkina, and his parents Betty and Ron finally reached a boiling point on the latest episode of 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after. Viewers who have followed the couple since their rocky introduction on the original season of 90 Day Fiancé know that Brandon's close relationship with his family has always been both a blessing and a curse. But in this week's episode, Brandon and Julia's decision stunned not only fans but also left Betty and Ron reeling. Their carefully built world shaken to its core. The calm before the storm. At first, the evening seemed harmless enough. Brandon and Julia had been invited over to his parents' farm for dinner. Betty, in her usual cheerful but slightly overbearing way, had set the table with home-cooked comfort food, clearly eager to spend quality time with her son and daughter-in-law. Ron, quieter but equally invested in family unity, had even pulled out old photo albums, planning to reminisce about better days when the household was united under one roof. Julia, however, walked into the farmhouse with an unmistakable air of determination. Fans could see the difference immediately. Her body language was guarded, her smile polite but restrained, and her hands clutched Brandon's as though preparing for battle. Brandon, too, seemed uncharacteristically tense, his usual easygoing nature replaced with a seriousness that made even the cameras linger. Betty, ever perceptive, noticed right away. "What's going on, you two?" she asked with a nervous laugh as everyone settled around the table. "You look like you're about to give us bad news." The announcement. Dinner began with strained small talk, but Julia wasted no time getting to the point. She set down her fork, looked across the table at Betty and Ron, and declared in her thick Russian accent, "We have made a decision. one that maybe you will not like, but it is our life. Brandon cleared his throat, clearly trying to soften the blow. Mom, Dad, Julia and I have decided we're moving. Not just out of the state, but out of the country. We're starting fresh in Russia. The room went silent. The sound of utensils clinking on plates came to an abrupt halt. Betty's eyes widened in shock, and Ron leaned back in his chair as if someone had physically knocked the wind out of him. You're what? Betty finally managed to say, her voice trembling. Julia's gaze didn't waver. We are moving to Russia. Life here, it is too much drama. We want peace, and I want to be close to my family. Brandon agrees. It is time. Betty's heartbreak. For Betty, this was more than just a disappointing announcement. It was a devastating blow. Ever since Brandon brought Julia into their lives, Betty had struggled to balance her role as a protective mother with respecting the couple's independence. Now, hearing that her only son was planning to move halfway across the world, she broke down in tears. You're abandoning us? Betty cried, her voice cracking. After everything we've done for you, after the farm, after helping you two get started, you're just leaving? Brandon tried to reassure her, but his words only deepened her pain. Mom, it's not about abandoning you. It's about building our own life. Julia's been homesick for years, and honestly, I want to try something new, too. I can't just stay here forever. Ron, though quieter, didn't hide his disappointment either. His face flushed red as he struggled to keep his composure. So that's it? You're just packing up and leaving your parents behind? What about the farm? What about the family business? Julia defends her choice. Julia, never one to hold back, finally exploded. Years of feeling like an outsider in the Gibbs family came pouring out in one emotional monologue. With all respect, your farm is not my dream, she exclaimed, her accent thickening with emotion. I did not come to America to clean animal poop and live under your rules forever. I came here for love, for my future with Brandon, but I always feel trapped. In Russia, I have family, I have friends, and I have opportunities. Why must my life always be sacrifice? Betty's tears turned into anger. We welcomed you into our home when you had nothing, and this is how you repay us. Julia's eyes welled up, but she didn't back down. You think you welcomed me, but it was always control. What I wear, what I do when I wake up. I am grateful, yes, but I am not your child. I am Brandon's wife. Brandon caught in the middle. Perhaps the most heartbreaking aspect of the night was Brandon's position. Fans have long criticized him for being too passive, caught between his strong-willed wife and his protective parents. But in this moment, Brandon finally chose a side. I love you, Mom and Dad, he said, his voice cracking with emotion. But Julia is my wife. My future is with her. I can't keep trying to make everyone happy. I have to live my own life. His words seemed to echo in the silence that followed. For Betty, it was a confirmation of her worst fear, that she was losing her son to a life she couldn't control, in a country she barely understood, a family torn apart. As the episode closed, the Gibbs family dinner table looked like the aftermath of an emotional hurricane. Plates of untouched food sat cold, the once warm atmosphere replaced with icy tension. Betty sat silently weeping, Ron staring at the floor in disbelief.